This is David Prosper, host of Shepherd Revolution. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast from Public House Media.
I just don't know if I have the willpower. Hello, Choose Your Eyes fans. How are you today? Welcome to the very end of January. I am so grateful that you've decided to push play today and listen in on this one. This podcast has been inspired by some messages that I got on Instagram. I was talking about this concept about how people just don't have the willpower, or they just don't have the energy at the end of the day to do the things that they know they're supposed to be doing to take care of themselves. And so I talked about this automatic lifestyle and how you can create an automatic lifestyle by changing your thought pattern, by changing the automatic things that are happening in your life. And so a lot of people reached back out and said, hey, you should do a podcast on this. And I was like, all right, let's do this. So how do you create an automatic life? Or if you have an automatic life already, how do you change that? Because really, we are already living automatic lives. Like the majority of our life is on autopilot already, just because of the sheer number of choices that we have to make every day. You know, what foods we eat, what products we buy, what information merits our attention, what tasks we prioritize. It can be super overwhelming. And when you think about all of the decisions that you make in a day, there's hundreds of thousands of little decisions that you make every single day. A lot of them are on autopilot because about 70 to 80,000 thoughts that we have in a day are exactly the same as the day before. So when you kind of think about and sit down and reflect on your day, what are the things that you always do right away in the morning? What is it that you do with your time? How are you showing up right away in the day? What does it look like when you, sit down to eat lunch? What does it look like when you head off to work? What are your thought patterns that are in the way, shape, or form, right? So the sheer number of choices we have to make every day is just mind-boggling when it really comes down to it. And the more energy you put towards those thoughts, the more energy goes to those things, and you have less energy to go throughout the day. So your conscious willpower is that you have to exert each day, gives you less energy to resist the things that you maybe shouldn't be doing in the other end, right? So we're left over to resist our brain's primitive and powerful pull for instant gratification. So if you know that you are really wanting to do really good on your food, or you really want to make sure you get some exercise in, or you're really trying hard to change the habits of your day, and you really want to, make some changes in your life by changing your thought pattern, you really have to think about where your energy flows, your intention goes. And so if your intention is to make some lifestyle changes, or if your intention is to live a certain way or do a certain thing, you have to be thinking about where your energy is going throughout the day. And so this is where I kind of want to help you make this automatic lifestyle around doing things that you're supposed to be doing in order to live the life that you want to have. So how different would your world be if you could, get yourself to sleep 8 hours a night, if you could exercise every day, if you could eat healthy foods in the right portions, if you could take time for reflection and renewal and remain calm and positive under stressful situations? What if you could focus without interruption for sustained periods of time and prioritize the work that matters most to you, right? Wouldn't that be like the ideal life? But yes, you can have those things, and they're not totally out of your reach. Right now, the vast majority of people do every day occurs automatically. We're often triggered through, the habits of our day. They can be vividly clear to us if we sit down and think about what we're doing. These subtle cues are that we're not even aware of: a smell, a visual image, a familiar sight, a certain thing that we just automatically do every single day. Like I know, like when I roll over, and if my headphones are not laying next to my phone, my alarm clock, I start to scroll. But if my headphones are sitting there, that's a cue to me that I need to put them in and listen to a podcast. If I know that my girls are on the Zoom line in the morning in our virtual gym, that I know that right away, like I need to get up and get it on there too. So like having different cue prompts to move us away from one potential pain and discomfort, no matter how minimal it might be, and towards an immediate reward and gratification, no matter how fleeting it might be. So like I know that these ladies are showing up on the Zoom in the morning, and so that makes me want to get up and do it too. It's kind of that trigger, knowing that they're there. So the primary role of our prefrontal cortex, the very front section of our brain, is to is the cortex is biased to the brain towards doing harder things, right? So unfortunately, our rational capacity is often overwhelmed by its own most primitive desires. We are often captive to our biochemistry, and because we're triggered by dopamine and those quick fixes, what we feel as a craving is not necessarily pleasure. So this explains why we can feel out of range, and we have these kind of self-destructive addictions that kind of take over, right? So like when you come home or you have to drink that cup of coffee in the morning, like the next day, now you feel tired and you feel like you have to have that cup of coffee, right? So the solution here is how to co-opt a more primitive habit-forming regions of our brain, so that we can reinforce the positive things that are happening in our life and get rid of those negative impulses, so that your brain becomes the soil in which we build positive rituals that serves us in the long term. So this is going to take some rewiring. This is going to take some really intentional effort, but where your energy flows is where your intention goes. So where are you putting your energy today? Are you putting your energy into thoughts and behaviors that are going to help you go in a good direction and a positive way? They're going to help you get to the goals that you want? Or are you allowing the triggers of the world, the impulses, the things that other people's expectations on you, are you allowing those to dictate what your thoughts and you're going to be doing? I want to help you today create an automatic life. And so the first and foremost thing you need to do is become aware of our situation and our surrounding. What makes you tick? What triggers you to do one thing or the next? Like I said, when I get up in the morning, my headphones are laying there. I know I need to put my headphones in and listen to a positive podcast, which sets the tone for the rest of my day, because I'm putting positive thoughts into my mind right away and I'm going forward and doing more positive things. If I don't do those things, I am less likely to get into my Bible. I'm less likely to eat a good, healthy breakfast. I'm less likely to, be thinking positive thoughts that are going to generate more positivity throughout my day. The more you do the good, the more good will happen in your life. The more you do the not so good, the more not so good things are going to happen for you. So become aware of your situation. What are the triggers? What are the habits that are happening in your life that you want to maybe tweak, that you maybe want to change? And then once you identify those things, change your thoughts, change your life. Since we're wired to do things automatically already, we can rewire ourselves to do things differently. So it's a habit swap. So if I know that I'm going to get up and have my alarm my alarm is my phone, and my phone is something that I want to get to right away. Putting my phone here in my office instead of right next to my bed will get me out of bed in a faster way, right? Because I want to get up and turn that alarm off. And then when I'm up, then I go get my energized. That's when I go get connected with my girls on the Zoom. That's when I'm able to just get the ball moving forward. When I want to eat well, if I make the intentional effort in the beginning of the week to make a plan, when I make the intentional effort to go buy the food and prep it and have it ready to go, I'm way less likely to go off my meal plan than if I just had the food available in my house. These are things that I'm learning about myself, that things that have worked for me in the past, and reflecting and what's going on in my life right now and how I can change these things. I like to use a habit stacking routine to help me make these changes. So because I'm already doing one thing automatically, like getting up in the morning and going to the bathroom, I can have something else attached to that habit that is going to help me keep the ball rolling. So if I sleep in my workout clothes, I'm more likely to do a workout. If I get up in the morning and have my book in the path of going to the bathroom, I'm more likely to pick it up and really put more thoughts into my day. If I know that when I get home from dropping my kids off from school, the dog is waiting for me to play with her, it's more likely that it's going to happen. So when you are habit stacking, it's picking a habit that you love, that you enjoy, that's already established in your life, and attaching something else to it. Then that becomes more automatic in your life, and you have more energy and more thought process to have more willpower to move on throughout your day. So if you are, all kinds of things there, if you are strengthening your capacity for your own perception of how things are going, you can strengthen the habits and then just make things automatic. They're going to help you move throughout the day. When our world was changed and like things kind of fell apart with 2020, when the kind of canceling all the things happened, right? Like it drastically shifted my energy. It drastically shifted my routines. And that is what kind of snowballed into a downward slide for a lot of us, including myself. And so if I want to get back out of that hole, I need to be able to habit stack and do the work again to get back out of it. Instead of sitting down, with Netflix for my lunch, I'm sitting down with a podcast for my lunch. I don't get sucked into the whole of Netflix and waste my afternoon away. When the podcast ends, then I move on to something else productive in my day. A habit that I've established lately is staying in my office. When I'm in my office more often, I'm less likely to snack. I'm less likely to get distracted by other things in the house, and I get more work done. You just need to become aware of what's going on in your life and start doing the things on a regular basis that are going to become automatic to you, that you're just going to make things work in your life. So those are the kind of tips I have for you today. And I hope that helps. I hope that helps you really change where your energy is flowing and where your intentions are, and that you can become super mindful in what it is that you want to have happen in your life, and that you can create some automatic behaviors and accountability features into your life to make sure that you're going in the direction that you want to go, to be the person that you want to be the more productive, or to whatever. You have to put the energy into it, and you have to think about how you can save energy in the long run to have your stronger willpower at the end of the day when things get a little bit tougher. So I hope that is helpful today. I hope that you are encouraged by this today, and that you use some of it to improve and increase the positivity in your life. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for continuously coming back and sharing Choose to Rise with other people. It really helps the podcast grow. It helps me serve others that I may not get to connect with anyway. And if you want to connect more with me and you want to learn more about me, I want to learn more about you. So head over to Instagram. kjpmeyer is my Instagram handle. You can also find me on Facebook. Let's get to know each other. Let's follow each other on social media. Let's get to be friends. And if you have more content, or you have ideas, or you have something that you want to know more here about on Choose to Rise, you want me to share about, please reach out and let me know. I'm happy to put a topic into the lineup and make this something that's going to serve you, because that's what I'm here for. Help you rise up out of your current situation and live your best life. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I will see you back here again next time.